Merry Christmas, ho ho ho, and all that, one and all, and welcome back to a special festive episode of Goats. Today's holly jolly episode, I'm joined as always by Mork and Sebek. How are my special little elves doing?
I'm doing alright, you know. I do actually have a bit of a story, which I'm gonna have to ask my stepsister if I might have to cut this, but it's horrible. It's a really horrible story just to brighten up your Christmases. It's genuinely awful.
We've done horrible. We've done all that horrible.
With this.
We thought we'll do like, funny Christmas. I've been buzzing for this episode. We can talk about something funny, not a bloke who like kills kids.
Immediately.
And now you're going to tell a horrible story.
So Nancy, my stepsister, was out on a night out last Saturday, right? Do you know Angel in Exeter? It's like opposite Central.
Yeah.
She's hanging outside there. All her mates are in. It's like closing time. So she goes out for a ciggy, waits for her mates to come around. And next thing she knows, she's on the floor. She's just like wakes up on the floor. Turns out some guy took one look at her, walked all the way across the street and lamped her in the face, broke her nose and pushed her teeth through her lip, right? So Nancy wakes up, she's on the floor, right? This guy gets tackled by the bouncers. Do you know what he says? He looks up at my stepsister and goes, "Sorry, love, I thought you were my missus."
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking God.
Is that not the worst thing you've ever heard?
That is the worst thing I've ever heard. Did the bouncers kick the shit out of him?
Yeah, he got arrested.
Yeah.
When did this happen?
Yeah.
Saturday.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like he could say something back to like, "Oh, sorry, I've had a hallucination." Something where you go, "Well, that's still pretty fucked, mate." He's like doubled down. He's like, no, he intended to punch a woman in the face. It just happened to be the wrong woman. That's horrible.
He's going for his missus.
And it also happened to be his partner.
Yeah.
I'm a domestic abuser. Don't get me mixed up.
Whoa, I didn't mean to hit a rambling woman. Yeah. What a dickhead.
What the fuck, dude? Is she alright?
But I don't know. Yeah, she's fine. She's fine. I don't think she's broken it. I think she had like a swollen nose and a swollen lip, but she's fine now. I think she was quite freaked out, understandably.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably quite.
It's like
alarmed.
It was just like, she didn't do anything. Not that there is anything you can do, but like, it's not like, you know, she was. Not that this, I don't know. She wasn't like gobbing off at someone. Like, not that would make it okay, but like, there was literally nothing.
There was no provocation of any form.
Like, that's horrible.
Yeah, that is horrible. It's totally unprovoked. It's not even like it was the result of like an argument or anything. There's nothing there.
Like it's not like someone was just swinging and she was in the way. Like, it was just downright grim. Anyway, anyone got any funny stories?
Yeah, so my mate, he was clubbier, and he saw what he thought was his missus.
Oh no!
And she's smoking, and he's like, "You don't fucking smoke." And he just went. All he was trying to do is slap the cigarette out of her mouth, and one thing led to another, and now he's in prison.
Oh no! I'm sure she won't mind us. I'm not laughing at that. Like that.
Nah.
No.
I'm not too bad, boys. I'm actually quite rich. I've got quite a lot of money.
Here we go. Hello.
Money I got.
What's the exchange rate on that? That's a loaf of bread in Zimbabwe.
Can you hear it on the mic?
Yeah.
Do you want to see a 10,000 Hungarian forint bill that's worth about 22 quid? This is about 175,000 forints, which is about 400 quid.
Nice.
Because
you are going to
Budapest this weekend. Very excited.
Nice.
Very bloody excited.
I know. I was really buzzing for Vinny, and then he just sent me the first thing he sent me. I'm going to Budapest, and he just put age of consent 14, and then did the thumbs up, and I was like, oh, Vinny.
Oh god, Vinny.
Is it?
Not again.
Is that? He didn't actually say that though.
Of course I did. Yeah, obviously I did. That's something I would definitely say.
We should clarify that this is all a joke. This is a bit.
The legal reasons. This is a bit. Yeah.
Let's do 2023 comedy rules. Warning, we are joking. Warning, this is not true. Warning.
I actually, on the last episode, the serial killer one, because it was really fucked up, all the stuff I was saying, I did actually put a little warning at the start. I was like, by the way, this is really fucked up. Feel free to skip this one if you're... Yeah, I literally put like a big warning sign at the start.
Maybe that should be the cold open rather than like us telling a hilarious pedo joke and then introducing the worst serial killer of all time. Maybe you should do a little audience warning.
Maybe I will. I'll just say like...
that might be best.
Look, we just cannot say this stuff anymore. We will be cancelled. Like I am being silenced right now. I can't say these jokes. You would not. I cannot say what I'm about to say. You can't be me. I cannot be. I'll say
with the alarm bells in the background.
As a white man on a stage in front of 200,000 people, I cannot say what I am about.
Anything.
No one will listen. So, and trans people.
The curtains go. That's the end of the show.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Ricky Gervais's new special comes out on Christmas Day.
Oh, how did you know? That was who I was doing an impression of.
Because you hate him.
I don't hate him. I wonder.
I think it's broken the record for the most highest grossing stand-up tour of all time or something. He toured for 18 months around America. Some shit like that, yeah.
Oh, America,
so,
okay.
Better be fucking good. But
I'll be like, oh, doing a stand-up. Can't say stand-up anymore because of December.
Christmas is true.
You can't say anything anymore.
Oh, it better be good, man. That'll ruin Christmas. I'm good though. I'm good. I saw my son. I had a fucking Christmas day today. I went and sat in the school for 2 hours and did Christmas craft morning. We sewed up a stocking. We made a Christmas decoration and a little Santa Claus. Then my son had his Christmas lunch, and then we went to go and watch his nativity in the church, which was good. They're all just like, because they're 4, they're like not even singing. They just got their hand in their mouth and they're just every time they look at each one like looks at their parents, they're like fucking shit themselves. So all you can hear is like the CD player blaring and all the teachers like mouthing the words, and these kids are just like, oh, dressed up as a fucking sheep. And that was good. You know, it's a bit of a laugh in it.
Nice.
Mate, this country's going to the fucking dogs. You're at Christmas craft evening. I remember when men like you would be out, right, bacon bat, 5 o'clock in the morning, right, laying bricks. Now you're at fucking Christmas craft morning. What is this shit?
Mate, don't emasculate me.
This is why...
Straight away after I had that thing, I went down to the pub. I was going to the pub, and I saw this bird outside who looked just like my missus.
Mate, this is why...
You'll never guess what happens.
Even right, you're going to be fucking back off to Rwanda, mate. Back where you came from.
What? I think you cut out for a second.
Yeah, you cut out for it. All I heard was back where you came from, Rwanda. What?
I said in Suella's Britain, mate.
Why would you send me to Rwanda?
Because you're a woke liberal, mate. Going to craft evenings and fucking drinking juice.
Who's Suella?
Suella Braverman. She's the woman who wants to put them all on the ships to Rwanda.
She can't anymore though. She's gone.
Wow. She gave it a go. She's going to run. She's going to run for Conservative leader. Faux show. Anyway, sorry.
Let's get Christmassy.
Anyway, yeah, it's Christmas. Today is actually Christmas. This episode comes out on Christmas Day, otherwise known as Ricky Gervais. Otherwise known as Ricky Gervais breaking the record comedy special day. What it will be known from here on out.
Can I just say, if you're listening to this on Christmas Day, you need to be doing something else. Whatever you're doing, you shouldn't be listening to this.
No, don't say that.
Some people don't have family.
Yeah, listen to a podcast on Christmas Day. It's a great thing. We'll be your Christmas friends.
I take it back. I take it back. If you don't have a family on Christmas, we'll be your family, and I'll be your racist uncle.
That's a good.
And I'll be even more racist older uncle.
And Michael will be the most racist uncle of all.
We're all racist uncles in this family.
You're 3 racist uncles.
Here to make you laugh and chuckle. Christmas cheer. I can't believe this episode's coming out on Christmas Day. I think that's cool.
Yeah,
I can't believe we've been doing this for almost 2 years.
Yeah. 2 Christmases. We're on our second Christmas.
I fucking love it.
I feel like we've already run out of Christmas ideas. I feel like we've done best Christmas film, worst Christmas film. Now what? Most middling Christmas film.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Peek behind the curtain. Like every time I'm like, oh fucking goats, we're still doing goats. Like I'm really like, we're just cracking on. And then it just take one thing. Like Vinny makes like a funny reel, like a funny YouTube short, and I'm like, I'm 100% in. I want to do this for the rest of my life. Like them reels have been really perking me up.
Yeah, I've been having fun with them.
Those reels have been good.
I've been having
they
fun
were
with
really
them,
good.
Yeah,
trying to put a lot of effort.
We could do the Goats Christmas TV special of like a series. Like you got the Office Christmas special.
Oh mate, there's loads of stuff. Goat Christmas meal, great Christmas meat.
Goat Christmas meal.
We could do a whole episode on that.
I'm gonna. So what? Vinny's gonna pick the classic Christmas roast dinner, and what?
No, I meant like
burger and chips. Like that's the Christmas meal.
KFC.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, KFC in Japan.
That's
you
the thing.
fucking racist.
I would much rather be eating KFC on Christmas
I would
Day
love a KFC Christmas.
I mentioned it to the missus. I was like, listen, just for a laugh, like, should we just say fuck it and just have like pizza for Christmas lunch? And she was like, no, you can't do it. And I was like, yeah, but we're going to have like, how many Christmas days are you going to have in your life? 80 odd?
Oh,
why do you have to do the same thing every time? Like, just 1 year, just for a laugh. What is actually going to happen? It's fucking the Christmas tree going to set on fire. Like, what? Why not just have a laugh and have pizza? And she said,
I mean, mate, I've got divorced parents and a girlfriend. I have 3 Christmases a year, mate.
Shit.
Fucking, do you have, Christmas? Have pizza at one of them.
I know, honestly, by the end of it, I'm sick of it. I really think if we're all down in Devon over Christmas, let's fucking, let's have KFC Christmas at some point.
On Christmas Day.
On Christmas Day. Let's ditch our families.
Family.
Yeah.
If you like when Mark's having a baby, when fucking
the boys.
Mark and Finger are having a baby and he just runs off to play video games and eat fried chicken.
He's out of a bucket like a horse.
and then when he gets back and the nurse is really nice to him and he's like, oh God, I love you. I wish you were having my baby.
But the best bit of the episode is when he's telling Jeremy he's a pedophobe, and he's like,
I've always wondered.
I always wondered you were a mega pedo. He's like, you've always wondered.
I thought I meant a mega pedo.
No Christmas special. Peep Show Christmas episode's fucking banging.
To be fair, there is some good
but it's
ones.
not traditional. But
Anyway, speaking of Christmas specials, so we get into this Christmas special?
I'd love to get into this Christmas, but let's unwrap special.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Tone it down.
Well, this is going to be
don't go crazy. No, okay, slow down.
Two's too many.
Don't run out.
Sorry, I need to be more. Sorry, I need to be more present.
I knew you were going to do another one. Well, anyway. If you recall last year, we did our first Christmas special on crowning the very greatest Christmas film of all time, an accolade which was, in my opinion, rightfully handed to The Nightmare Before Christmas, arguably not even a Christmas film. So I feel like this year we should get our Grinch on. We should try to find the absolute worst shit-covered turd that tries to call itself a festive film. And I don't know 2 better people for Christmas dumpster diving than my boys Mork and Sebek. So, who wants to tell me what is the worst Christmas film of all time?
Mork.
You could have said you could have gone.
Peek behind the curtain. I'm not sure my pick is that strong.
Okay, well, mine's very, very strong.
I would quite like to go first.
I go first then, Sebek. I reckon go first.
Fine, go first.
You interrupted.
Mine's got a lot. Mine's 2 pages, and mine's bad.
Well,
mine's one of the worst films I've ever seen in my entire life by a fucking mile.
we can do the middle bit as a what's the word? A treat on top of a palate cleanser after whatever horrible shit you've got to say, Sebek.
Joke's on you. Mine's fucking sick, but thank you, Mork.
Oh no! Right,
That's not very Christmassy.
I'm ready whenever. Ready whenever.
But I've fucking robbed you of your chance to go first because you let your Christmas cheer get in the way. Haha, joke's on you. My pick's sick. So
sick is a good thing.
Yeah. You're just a weakling, fucking libtard.
It should be bad. It should be bad, Seb.
No, that's the thing. Right. Mine is a good pick, but what I'm worried about is that I got too excited by it and then I wrote it so it kind of sounds sick at the end and I'm like, oh shit. Anyway, we'll get there.
I want to hear it.
Before I give you a pick, this is a pick where the actual pick itself is quite brief, but the workings out that took me to get it took me fucking ages, right? Okay. So my immediate thought was there was this Christmas film we watched when I was a kid and carpets at school. They were like, we're going to put on a Christmas movie. And I was so excited. And it was just some fucking, it was like animated, but animated like fucking, like how Ice Age is animated. Like it was like a 3D.
Yeah.
And I vividly remember, right, there was a bit where the three shepherds were in a hut and one of the shepherds was like, they were all arguing because you know how the shepherds, like, one of them's like not that into Jesus and then they have to like convince him that actually Jesus is like a thing and then they go and find him anyway, and then they're having an argument and one of them went, if you could see past your conch, and conch means nose, right? But I laughed because I thought he said cock and me and some of the other boys got like taken aside and bollocked because we laughed because we thought he said cock. And I'm still fuming about it.
But you still should laugh because he's saying you got a massive nose.
I know. But don't get me wrong, it was weird, right? And I tried to find that film. I looked for ages. I spent like fucking hours. I was looking for it last night after we finished D&D. I was looking for it this morning. I looked for it at lunch. I couldn't find it. And in the end, I was like, I'm just gonna have to do something else. Like I have to do a different pick. Like I can't find it. I spent like 4 lunchtimes looking for this film. It's just, I don't know where it is. So then I started thinking like, what makes a good Christmas movie? Because you can't just say it being bad, because a bad Christmas movie is kind of the best kind of ones. Like, you know, take something like Paul Bart Mall Cop, right? That's a Christmas movie.
Is it?
It's not a good film. Yeah, it's a Christmas movie. It's set at Christmas.
Why?
Yeah. It's just set at Christmas.
I like
but like,
Hards.
If someone put that on at Christmas, I'm not going to complain. Like, yeah, it's not a good movie, but it's quite Christmassy. Just sit down. I'm too busy eating chockies and pretending my credit score's okay. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine. It's just Christmas, isn't it? And then there's the kind of really forgettable Christmas movies. Like, you know, the ones like, this is just a generic, like, it'll be like Amelia Clarke or Anna Kendrick, and they just need a boyfriend to take to Christmas dinner, and they've split up with their ex, and they need a boyfriend for Christmas, and then they offer their colleague at work who's a bit of a dick, and they've never got away with him, and they're like, oh, maybe I'll give you a lift home for Christmas because we live at the same town. Then they get trapped in the snow, and then for some reason they have to spend Christmas with like one of their zany families, like it might be his family or her family, and then they realize that like they did love each other the whole time.
Right.
There's that kind of shit. There's millions of them.
Christmas films are the worst. They're horrible.
The truth is, again, if someone puts one on, you've had a drink or a bit of a smoke and you're having some chockies, it's fine. It's not going to ruin Christmas. It's not going to ruin Christmas. It might not be the best part of Christmas, but it's not going to ruin it. And so I started trying to think of what's a Christmas film, like a film you could put on that would ruin Christmas. And I thought 7 Years a Slave, that would ruin Christmas. That would be fun. If you put 7 Years a Slave on, you'd be like, but it's not Christmassy.
Christmas. Yeah.
And then also, I kind of thought, actually, people like a good cry at Christmas. And in a way, I can kind of see that landing, like in a weird way. Like you'd put on a sad movie at Christmas and everyone's like, let's remember the people who've had it hard, you know? And then I started thinking, like, what's a really inappropriate movie I could put on? Like, if I put Saw on at Christmas, that's not Christmas.
That'd be fucking sweet. That'd be wicked,
But then I thought it kind of comes back around, doesn't it? Because the idea of watching your mother watching Saw at Christmas was that on. That's funny.
That
And
is
so in a
funny.
way, that's kind of like the GOAT Christmas movie. Like, that's great. So then I thought, right, what I need is I need to find a horror movie that's inappropriate and it's shit and it's just bad. Like, it's not even bad good. It's just genuinely crap.
Mm.
And it has to be Christmas themed.
Mm.
And that's a very tight Venn diagram. I'm looking around, and I'm scrolling through Wikipedia, and there's a whole Wikipedia of Christmas films, and I get to the Christmas horror films. I'm scrolling, and then I see a name, a film that I didn't even know it existed. Now, let me tell you that this is the absolute case study for a sequel that didn't need to happen. You know, there's the classic, like, there'll be like Rambo 1, Rambo 2, Rambo 3. This is like the first one.
Right.
Now, what is the one film, when you think of a successful box office film that had too many sequels, what do you think of?
Fast and Furious.
Too many sequels? I've enjoyed every single one.
You are a moron.
Yeah, I am a moron. I talked about this in the greatest film episode. I just want to watch moronic stuff. Fucking Japanese car goes to space. Sign me up, mate. They're wearing astronaut costumes. Fine.
Well,
let me just say it, because you didn't say it straight away, so it kind of ruins my point anyway.
Okay.
Jaws. They made Jaws 1. It's massive.
Yeah.
Jaws 2, bigger Jaws. Jaws 3, Jaws 3D.
3D.
But did you know that in 1987, 13 years after the original film, they released Jaws 4, The Revenge, brackets, this time it's personal.
It didn't say that, did it?
Yes.
Is that the tagline? Let's verify.
It is the first film to use this time it's personal as a tagline.
This time it's personal. This time it's really, really... Oh, Jaws 19. That's not a real thing.
Oh, yeah, it does on the cover art. Jaws the Revenge. This time it's personal.
What the fuck?
Now, let me tell you something. This film is fucking shite.
Yeah,
it is so bad.
It's called Jaws 4. This time it's personal. Like,
right.
Take
everything. Take everything that you thought was good about Jaws. Just chuck out the window.
The shark.
Well, here's the thing. What's the thing that makes Jaws? It's the suspense. You never see Jaws because Jaws looks terrible, right? Get rid of that. He's just there all the fucking time. He's just fucking swimming around, biting people. Why is he not there all the time? Because he looks shit. And you're probably thinking, oh, it's, you know, they've had 13 years. They probably got CGI now. They did a 3D one. He probably looks like a great shark. No, he's still just a big fucking foam shark. It looks horrific. And he's in it all the time. There's no suspense. It's just a big foam shark flopping around in the sea. You just so many close-ups of his dumbass foamy shark face, right?
I like that, though. I feel you're telling me. I want to watch it. I love a good shit B movie. I'm just looking at some of the user reviews now, and the first one is so bad, it's incredible.
Well, here's the thing. What's the second
thing? There's a big
thing?
niche for shitty B movies.
Well, this is the thing, but I watched this and thought it looked genuinely shit. Because what's the other thing that makes Jaws great, right? It's the whole, you know, it's just an emotionless killing machine. It's a shark. It's man versus nature, right? What if you gave Jaws shark emotions? Because I need to tell you something. When it says the revenge, this time it's personal, they're not talking about the characters. They're talking about the shark.
Oh, no.
I assumed,
Yeah, of course.
You assume
Isn't it like Jaws' kid comes back?
Yeah, that's why I thought.
Yeah,
it was really
because like they kill Jaws the shark, and then like Jaws is coming back to be like, "Yo, you killed my dad or whatever. I'm gonna fucking eat you." That's the whole point, right?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, of course. What else would it be?
Yeah. Why else would it be personal? Who else?
Because it's like
this film makes perfect sense.
This film does not make personal perfect sense. This is nonsense. Sharks don't have feelings. Sharks don't have vendettas.
How do you know?
Anyway, look.
Apparently they do in Jaws the Revenge.
Right. Jaws 4, The Revenge, brackets, this time it's personal. Please use its full title. Now, If the listeners are confused about how a shark can have feelings, let me explain. I'm just going to summarize the film as loosely as I possibly can. Point number one, it's Christmas for no reason whatsoever. Why would you have a shark-based horror movie at Christmas? I don't fucking know. But it is, the whole thing is Christmas themed.
Yeah, I feel like it's summer, isn't it? The first Jaws film, right? Because that's when people are on the beach. That's when people go swimming in the sea. Not on Christmas where it's really fucking cold.
They get around this. They get around this in a minute, and I'll explain how they do this.
Okay.
So obviously it's cold. No one's in the sea. We'll get back to that. So it goes back to the exact same town it was on the first time. It's Christmas. It's cold. No one's in the sea, right? Mm-hmm. Except the son-in-law of Adrian Brody, and I mean the son-in-law, not his son, the son-in-law of Adrian Brody's daughter. He's a policeman, and he's been sent out because he's a policeman to get some wood off a what they call like a buoy, one of those buoys that's out in the sea.
Yeah.
There's some wood trapped on it. He has to go and just get the wood off. That's the whole plot. There's just some wood on a buoy. He's trying to get off. Shark bites off his arm, right?
Right.
Drags him under the sea, right? He's screaming. Do you know why they can't hear?
You can't hear people in the sea?
No, because there's people doing Christmas carols. And his screams are drowned out by the Christmas carols, right?
See, that's really clever, actually.
Now,
see, the thing is with this film is at least there's something for someone, because you might think the movie shit, but everyone would enjoy the eating bits, wouldn't they?
Well, let me carry on, because I feel like I haven't quite secured how shit it is. So, Adrian Brody, the main character from the first film, he's dead. Why? He died of a heart attack. Not really, they just couldn't afford him, but he died of a heart attack.
Right.
Makes sense, though.
Now, because his son-in-law's died, his wife and her daughter turn up at the funeral, right? And they're like, let's pay tribute to our son-in-law who's died. Now, and I get this is really confusing. I still don't really understand how this works. The other daughter's husband is a marine biologist from Barbados. Now you can see how they're getting more people in the water here, because for no apparent reason, after the funeral, the son-in-law goes, "Why don't we all just go to Barbados?" So suddenly,
nice holiday.
It's sunny again. It's a nice holiday. Yeah, they get there. Guess what's there when they arrive?
Jaws.
The fucking shark, because the shark has followed them, because he has a vendetta against them, because it's not his son, it's just another shark who's angry at Adrian Brody for killing his mate, right? And somehow he knows not that this man is related to him, but that he is his son-in-law. That's why he killed him. The first guy is not related to Adrian Brody. He's related through marriage. How does that make any sense?
Well, he is related to him through marriage, so he killed him.
He's been looking through the family records, obviously, and
how would a shark know that?
He's been looking through the family records. He's gone to the library or wherever you find family records, the town hall.
Fucking echolocation, ultrasonic waves in its snout.
How would an ultrasonic know that someone's married to someone?
Maybe it's a mutant shark. How do you know it's not like a telepathic shark?
You are right. You're playing an annoying game because you're trying to make this shit film sound good.
It could be good. I think I'd enjoy it.
It sounds really good, to be fair.
Right.
So anyway, it could be the goat Christmas film.
This isn't like a so bad it's good category.
No, it's not. It's just so bad it's bad. Anyway, right. They're flying over to Barbados, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's flying the plane?
Jaws.
Shark.
It's better than the shark. It's Michael Caine.
Oh,
for no reason whatsoever. It's just Michael Caine. He's in it. Now,
is he famous for that?
Isn't he?
Yeah, he's Michael Caine. He's like in his 40s. He's like, "Hello, I'm Michael Caine. I'm flying the plane."
Right.
Bloody hell.
Bloody hell.
So they land in Barbados. Once they land, Adrian Brody's wife realizes she has mind powers and she can sense when people are going to be attacked by a shark.
See, so why is it not in canon that the shark can have mind powers too, if mind powers are canon in this universe?
I hate you. Right. So then they get to Barbados. She's got mind powers. And then they just do Jaws again, but with Michael Caine, it's Barbados and it's Christmas. It's just Jaws. They go out on the boat, they wait for the shark, blah, 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 right? Then Um,
And Jaws was good, so doing Jaws again is not a bad thing, is it?
you're an asshole. Then they electrocute the shark, right?
Yeah.
It jumps out of the water and roars like a lion. Goes, "Roar!"
Oh yeah, I know
Not
that
the
bit.
sharks
like,
do.
yeah.
Then they stab it with a ship. They stab a shark with a ship.
Oh yeah, they stab it with the ship. That's in the NES game. That's how you kill the shark. You stab it with the ship. Canon. That makes sense.
Oh,
Anyway,
right.
look.
So they took it from Jaws 4.
Yeah.
Jaws for the revenge. This time it's personal.
You remember? You know that bit where you have to kill the shark with the ship nose, Vinny? You must have seen that.
Yeah.
Look, in my opinion, this film is legitimately shit. I watched all
sounds
the clips
bad.
and it looks dreadful.
It does sound bad, yeah.
Mm.
It's boring. Apparently, it goes on for fucking ages.
Wait,
Hang on. Apparently, I watched the clips. You didn't watch the movie.
I only found out about it fucking yesterday lunchtime.
Oh, Sebby.
Oh, don't you metropolis me. I have researched this. This film is notoriously bad and bad for a number of reasons, more than just the film itself. It destroys the legacy of another film.
Do you know it's bad, though? Have you seen all of it?
I haven't seen I'd say I've seen a third of it through clips.
Okay. But are the munchy bits good?
No, it's just a big
Yeah, but
fun
they're
shark.
always good, the munchy bits. So I watched a movie the other day. It's got like a 1 on IMDb. It's called Sand Shark or something, and it's fucking horrible. But it was entertaining because at least as a shark, he swims on sand, like he goes under the sand, doesn't he? Go in water and he bites people. That's kind of fun.
Well, this isn't that. This is just a big foam shark, like bumping into people. It doesn't even bite them. It just goes like like a goldfish.
Gums them to death.
Yeah, it's honestly, it looks horrific. Also,
Stabbing a shark with a boat's cooler.
One of the noticeable reviews that I kept seeing coming up was like, how does it look worse than original Jaws? They have had like 10 years to make this better and it looks worse than original Jaws.
Well,
Like
yeah.
Well, budget.
That's
It'd just
bad.
Be budget, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
They spent it all on Michael
I mean, this
Caine.
film's what's still really annoying about this film is they spent like it's still made like fucking 200 million because it's fucking Jaws. So everyone wants it, even if it's Jaws 4. Anyway, the other reason this film is shite is not only does it shit on the legacy of Jaws, but it shats on the legacy of Michael Caine because Michael Caine was not able to go and pick up his first of 2 Oscars that he's won in his lifetime because he was filming this film.
Oh,
What a funny.
that is pretty funny.
What a funny trivia fact. Wow.
That is good.
Also, I honestly believe there's only 2 good things about this film. A, the tagline Jaws for the revenge, this time it's personal. That is obviously great. We can't I can't deny that's not good.
That's funny.
Also, this quote from Michael Caine. When Michael Caine was asked if he liked the movie, he said, quote, "I've never seen it, but by all accounts, it was terrible. However, I have seen the house that it built, and it's terrific."
That's great.
Well, at least there are 2 good things about your film, which is
So,
double the
summarize.
amount of good things about my film, unfortunately.
to summarize, the reason that I think Jaws for the Revenge is the worst Christmas film, A, it is set at Christmas, so it's a Christmas film. But B,
Okay.
it's fucking... Well, exactly, that's what makes it a bad Christmas film. It is just about a Christmas film.
Right.
It's not a great Christmas film. If it was very Christmassy, then it would make it a good Christmas film, but it's not. It's the worst. So it's a bad Christmas film because it's only barely about Christmas. It's barely about Jaws because it's just about Jaws 4, The Revenge, and it's not even good. That doesn't make sense. But it's A, barely a good Christmas film because it's barely a film about Christmas.
Yeah.
B, it pisses on the legacy of a genuinely good film by making a really bad film that most people consider to be a low point of the franchise. C, it ruined Michael Caine's legacy and stopped him getting his single one of 2 Oscars. And D, it's just shit. If you put that on at Christmas, it would ruin Christmas. If you sat down your family and went, let's watch Jaws 4, The Revenge, this time it's personal, Christmas would be worse. In my opinion. And that's what makes a bad...
I kind of want to watch it.
Yeah, I gotta watch it.
I know, and that, to be honest with you, that is where the argument falls apart. Because when I said that last bit about if I put Jaws for the Revenge, this time it's personal on,
I'd be
does
down.
sound
I
a bit
kind of would be
good.
down. Get really drunk and just watch that.
Get
I
the
think it'd
boys
be
round,
kinda
get the
funny,
beers in. Let's watch fucking Jaws for the Revenge. This time
It's a
it's first
real
on. It
shit
sounds
film.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is a bad Christmas movie. It's bad. This is
Right.
my point, right?
Okay.
It might not be a bad experience, but it is objectively bad at being a Christmas movie.
Okay.
It is a Christmas movie. It's set at Christmas, and yet it does nothing that you want from a Christmas movie. It's not Christmassy. It doesn't have a Christmas message, and it's shit. Like Die Hard,
Fair.
you can forgive it because it's set at Christmas, but it's not very Christmassy, but it's a really good film.
Yeah, it doesn't matter that it's got fuck all to do with Christmas because it's still just a good movie in general.
Whereas Jaws for the Revenge, this time it's personal. Not a good film, but is Christmas related. But
Great
not very
title,
good
by the way.
You know, some people
Yeah,
consider
well-
the Harry Potter films Christmas films because I
Christmas
think
films.
every
Yeah, I
single
know,
one of them
they're
have
not.
one scene in them about Christmas.
Not
Yeah.
all of them do.
Oh, well, half of them do. Some of them do. I don't know.
Yeah, most
No,
of
the-
them have.
The first three, maybe. I
All
don't
the
know.
books.
They have that Christmassy vibe, don't they? It's quite often wintry, and they
It's-
have lots
they're
of
quite comfy,
candles. It's
but I
castly.
think they're
It's
quite
comfy. Yeah.
films, yeah.
There's lots of open fireplaces. It's magic. It's Harry Potter.
Lots of
I'd say-
open transphobia.
I'd say the fourth book is probably the most. Jesus Christ. I'd say the fourth book is probably the most Christmassy because I think that's the one where he goes back to Ron's for Christmas, and there's quite a lot of Christmas goes on. Like he spends like the whole Christmas there.
Is that in the book, though?
Yeah.
Just in the book?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
So I can't remember that happening in the movie. I don't...
No, it doesn't.
'Cause he falls out with Ron, doesn't he? Is that like a big part of
Yeah.
the movie? I don't know about the books, but I know in the
In the
movie,
books, he falls out with Ron fucking all the time. Yeah, he does fall out with him in the movie, but it's a little bit.
over
Also-
nothing as well. Over nothing.
No,
So
it's because Ron falls out with Harry because Ron's like,
Who's the
"Ah,
chosen
mate, you put your name in the Goblet of Fire because what you want to be better than me again because you're Harry Potter and I'm just Harry Potter's little lackey." And Ron's like, "No, I didn't. I swear down. Like, I actually I would never do that." And he's like, "Yeah, fuck off. Yeah, of course you didn't."
But then it also, from that point
That's how it
onward,
goes down.
Ron and Hermione basically hate each other for the next like 3 books.
They hate in all the books. They are always hating each other.
That's because
Every book they just argue. Yeah, I know that's because they love each other, but in every book they're bickering and arguing every fucking scene. And Harry, every scene is like, I wish these two would just fuck off, basically.
Wow, yeah.
And then in the last one, Ron's like pissing her off, but then Hermione realizes he's not pissing her off. He's saying some good shit, and she's like, "Oh, Ron, I've never noticed how luscious your ginger hair is." And then they fuck behind the pumpkin patch.
Yeah, I did think. I felt like the wizard fisting was a bit too much for me.
So she was declared as Wizard Fist.
when he conjured his own arm into a giant dildo.
And when he was like, "Oh, this is the best wizard sleeve I've ever been inside," and that's saying something.
Why are we talking about Harry Potter and dildos when Vinny should be
Because
wrapping
it's
up
a-
Jaws the Revenge?
Why are we talking about Ron fisting Hermione in a pumpkin patch? I don't know. Merry Christmas, listeners.
Okay, that was good. I never knew they made a Christmas Jaws film, or that it was called Jaws for Revenge of Jaws. This time it's personal. I never knew anything
Close
about
enough.
that. I honestly, I actually feel better for knowing that because it sounds like the
I
terrible.
knew about this film.
It sounds like the
Yeah.
terrible shit that I think I'd actually really like to watch.
I think I love it.
But anyway, I think that gives us sends us lovely to. That's not a sentence. It sends us to. How do you transition? How do you?
It moves us nicely towards. It sends us nicely. That brings us nicely to.
I think that brings us nicely to the middle bit, and we have a little
leaving it
Christmas
alone, by the
quiz. Sort of, because I was going to do a Christmas quiz, and then I was like looking up Christmas questions, and it was like,
Yeah.
oh, where was Christmas made? Finland.
Yeah.
It's like,
Do you know what you have
This isn't fun.
you've had exactly the same problem I had last year when in my middle bit I said the same thing. I looked up Christmas quizzes and they were all shit, so I decided we'd just chat about Christmas.
yeah, like what color is holly and stuff like that? Like,
Yeah.
green and red. I don't fucking
So
know.
no, never
Yeah.
mind.
Ba-dum-tsh. So anyway, I've got
Yeah.
this is very much on theme, but this is going to be about the Christmas classic films. This is going to be the ones people actually want to remember and watch.
Jingle All the Way.
Maybe. So I've done the whole sound effect thing again. So this is going to be
Okay.
I'm gonna go by one, and I'm gonna say the year of the film just to help you out a little bit.
Yeah.
Because half these films I've not even seen because I just apparently I'm a Grinch. I don't think I even like Christmas films, to be honest. I don't. Anyway,
Most of them are shit. That's why.
Besides the point. Which is why I picked The Nightmare Before Christmas as the GOAT, because it's half not a Christmas film.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I'm going to play each of you one by one. I'm going to play you a sound on the soundboard, and it's going to be a quote from a famous Christmas film. And just to make it like, because I was going to maybe put like a Gremlins quote in there, and it's like Gremlins is kind of a Christmas film, but like it's not really super Christmassy.
Yeah.
Same thing with like Die Hard and stuff. So like these are very much, they are Christmas films. 100%
Right, yeah.
Christmas films.
Okay.
Or at least have Christmas in the title. So Sebek, you went first. So I think Mork.
More cool. Yep.
I want you to guess what 1990 film this quote is from.
How'd you take your shoes off?
Why the hell you dressed like a chicken?
I'm gonna play that again because Sebek decided to put a fart sound in the chat.
Yeah, fuck you, Seb.
How'd you take your shoes off?
Why the hell you dressed like a chicken?
Right, that's an easy one. Because that is the Wet Bandits talking about when he gets like tarred and feathered, basically. And it is Home Alone.
Yes. Ding, ding, ding.
Booyakasha. The clap sound effect. No one's going to even hear the clap sound effect.
They were on YouTube.
Yeah.
They will on YouTube. Okay, if you're listening to this on YouTube, or even if you're not, maybe go onto the YouTube video and you'll be able to hear the fart and the clap.
That's the sort of great content you can expect over on the YouTube. The fart and the clap.
I'm selling it, boys. Let's go.
Sebek.
Yes.
Which 2003 Christmas film is this quote from?
Why are you smiling like that?
I just like to smile. Smiling's my favorite.
Oh, that's Elf.
Ding, 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 ding. You're
Will
right.
Ferrell gave it away.
I'm a big fan of the golf clap.
Yeah.
Nice one, guys. Nice one. Okay, so now we're going to go classic. We're going to go real classic, Mork.
Okay.
Which 1946 Christmas film is this quote from?
Every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
Fucking hell, 1946. That was time ago. What's that one that's like got... what is that one that It's a Wonderful Life. Surely it's that.
By Jove, he's got it. It's a Wonderful Life.
Yes!
Yeah,
I'm just trying to think of
nice
the oldest fucking film ever that everyone's like, oh, this is the best Christmas... Like, and it's like, not, because it's like a million years old. Nice.
I like classic.
Did it win an
films.
Oscar? Did it win an
won a
Oscar?
lot of awards.
It's
Yeah, I think it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
It's considered like one of the best films of all time, I think. Just like
Never
generally.
seen it.
Yeah.
Did that line come from that, or was that a reference even when in the film?
I don't know. When I looked
Because
up
you hear it all.
when I looked up famous Christmas quotes, it said like that's
What's the line?
every
Time a bell rings, an angel loses his wings.
gets his wings, not loses.
Gets his wings. That's it.
It's not
There's
very
another
Christmas
one
based.
with lose its wings, but there's
It's like every time
like
you
the
swear or
whole
something.
Yeah, the whole wings angels thing is like it's probably
It's-
been
it's
quoted and parodied and misquoted a million
general
times.
trope,
Yeah.
Right, Sebek, you also get a classic
Yeah.
one. Which 1947 Christmas film is this quote from?
Faith is believing in things when common sense tells you not to.
Do you want me to play
Why
it
did
again?
it sound like Christopher Walken?
He
Say
wasn't.
again.
He couldn't have been him in 1947.
Faith is believing in things when common sense tells you not to.
Faith is believing in things.
I don't think it
You
sounds like
know.
Christopher Walken, to be honest. I don't
It's
know where
not
you're getting that
Christopher
from.
Walken.
I don't know if I've been in a Christmas film.
I
Possessed.
don't even think he was born in 1947, let alone old enough to act in it.
I think he was.
No, he wasn't.
I think he was.
If he was like
Christopher
30 to
Walken
act in that,
died.
he'd be like 100 now.
Yeah, I think he was. Probably not in the film, but I think he was born.
Yeah, he was born in 1943. He's 80 now.
Get
Jeez.
fucked.
Fucking no, he's looking good for 80.
Is he? He looks like a glove puppet.
What?
Right, Sebek, I'm gonna have to push you for
Yeah, come on, Seb.
I don't know any. If Michael hadn't said It's a Wonderful Life, I would have just said It's a Wonderful Life.
I'm sure you'll know the title when I say it, but like, just think of a classic Christmas film.
Faith is believing in things when common sense tells you not to.
It's the end that kind of throws me. The Sound of Music.
That's not a Christmas film.
It is.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It is. Yesterday of Christmas films.
It might be like one of those things. Like half of every film that has a scene in it with Christmas in it
Yeah.
is not a Christmas film.
Like Step Brothers is not a Christmas film, even though they open Christmas presents.
Yeah. The Sound of Life's like a World War II film.
Yeah. What is it, Vinny? Anyway.
I did. Sorry.
It is Miracle on 34th Street.
Never heard of it.
Oh,
You don't
yeah,
have it?
because there's the one with Matilda in it, like in the 80s or the 90s. It would have been in the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah, they did like a remake.
There's the remake one, the one that
Never
everyone
heard of
knows,
it,
but
no.
there's the OG one. Oh.
Never heard of it. I did. Going back to Sound of Music today, when I was looking for films to pick, I saw a Reddit thread of films where the where the villain actually has a point, and I saw someone put The Sound of Music, and I was like, aren't the villains in that the Nazis?
What?
But it turned out he meant like the person who owned the house or something. I don't know. I've not watched the film.
Right.
I was like,
That's like saying like
Feels-
Saving Private Ryan.
feels a bit dodgy, mate.
That's a bit dark, yeah.
I don't know. Feels a bit dodgy, mate. What's that line in between us? I don't know. Feels a bit
Yeah,
dodgy,
it is
mate.
in between us.
Right, Mork.
I don't know. Yeah.
Fuck off! Sorry.
Fragile. It must be Italian.
Oh, and it's also from 1983. Do you want me to play it again?
Okay, play it again. Yeah, yeah.
Fragile. It must be Italian.
The joke is it's the box. By the way, the joke is he's reading the thing. It's a box that says fragile.
Fragile, yeah.
And he's reading it as fragile because I don't know.
What year did he say?
83.
1983. Santa Claus?
So, I mean, there must be a film called Santa Claus, but
Yeah, there is. There's like
it's-
Santa Claus 2.
is it like, are they like famous Christmas films?
Quite famous, I think, yeah.
Well, it's not.
I think it's safe to say you've got it wrong.
It's not Santa
Yeah,
Claus.
yeah, of course.
It's
Right.
A Christmas Story.
Never heard of it.
I'm just going to start saying vaguely Christmassy, like a Christmas
White
moment.
Christmas.
White Christmas.
I'm sure you'd recognize the main character from A Christmas Story. He's quite like the little
look it up.
kids. The little kids. I think he's quite iconic. But I've never seen either. I just. Right, Sebek.
Yes.
Which 1992 Christmas film is
Oh,
this
yeah.
quote from?
That little cunt.
What's today, my fine fellow?
Today? Well, today is Christmas Day.
That's a Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yes, you got it.
That is the
I'd
best
never have got
rendition. That is the best rendition of Charles Dickens' Christmas Carol out there by a long chalk.
What about that animated one where it's like Jim Carrey, but he's not actually Jim Carrey, but he looks like Jim Carrey, but he's animated?
Not as good as
the
this.
one that came out in like 2009 or something.
Recently. Yeah, yeah.
The Muppets one has fucking Michael Caine in it.
Yeah, he's Scrooge in that. He's the one
Yeah.
saying that.
Oh, there's a Muppets Ricky Gervais movie.
Oh yeah, where he plays bad
He's
guy.
like mates with the Muppets or something. Yeah.
He's like their manager, I think. Anyway,
I can't remember. I've never. It's fucking
Fucking-
viral.
Muppets go to space.
Yeah.
Which 1993 film is this quote from?
My Sandy Claus outfit. I want you to make it.
Oh fuck.
Oh, that sounds actually quite familiar. I want you to make it. Who's he talking to?
Do you want to play it again?
Yeah.
My Sandy Claus outfit. I want you to make it.
1993.
Oh, 1993. Trying to think of films that would have come out then. Not Jingle All the Way. That's where my mind always goes to, because I fucking love that film.
Is that the one with Arnie, right?
Yeah, unless you Turbo Man, then it's not.
Yeah, if I put Turbo Man in there, you'd both instantly know.
Oh yeah. Turbo Man, Jamie.
Worst Arnie impression goes to.
I don't know what it is.
What's he doing in this film?
Turbo Man. I must be Turbo Man, no matter what.
I don't know fucking... I don't remember the scene where he went down on Turbo Man.
No, Arnie is Turbo Man.
See why they call you Turbo Man.
Seb, that was too violent.
I don't press you up for an answer.
Christmas Miracle.
Well, you should know it, because it was crowned the greatest Christmas film of all time. It's A Nightmare Before Christmas!
Oh, fucker. Did you know that, Seb?
No.
Damn.
I just reacted in a way to make you think I might have.
Oh, 1993, yeah. I should have got it from the date, because we were all like, what? 1993? We spoke about it for ages on the episode when I re-listened to it. Damn it.
So
I can't believe you've done this.
Last question. You're both tied at 2 points, 2 apiece.
Oh, shit.
Sebek.
Yes.
This one's to win it. I don't have a tiebreaker, so it's either
if
you
he
win
gets
it or
it
it's a
wrong,
draw.
can I steal it?
Sure, why not? So,
Sweet.
Sebek, which 2003 Christmas movie is this quote from?
I look quite pretty.
I look quite pretty, actually. It's fucking Love Actually.
Yes, it is!
Even I would have got that. I've never seen that film just because how much you two fucking talk about it.
Of course, I actually look quite pretty.
Quiet down, the audience. Quiet down. Who got the air horn in here?
Well done, Seb.
Fucking
right. Stop with these sound effects right now.
Sorry.
Right now. You can't do that. That's cyberbullying.
Evening pedophile.
You have access to the
evening pedophile. Evening.
No, Seb. Think of the YouTube listener.
The single YouTube listener. Okay.
Apologize.
Well done, Sebek. Well done. That's
Thank you.
It turns out you are better at Christmas films than Mork. We've definitively proven it. Now,
just what I always suspected.
Now, let's
Who's
see.
the worserist?
Let's see. Yes, let's see if Mork could be worser at Christmas films than you.
Yes, I can.
Ready to
Now,
go?
like Vinny, I have to admit that I'm actually not a massive fan of Christmas films. There aren't very many that I like, and the ones that I do like, they're always carried by like a big actor, or they just vary from like the typical Christmas formula. And my favorite, as I've said a million times, is Jingle All the Way, because it's got Arnie in it, which is funny because it's got Arnie in a Christmas film, and the story's just fucking stupid, and it just makes it really entertaining. So I love it. Deck the Halls is another good Christmas film that I like because it's got Danny DeVito in it, and he tries to get his house in from space. And Danny DeVito's good in everything, and I like watching him, so that's a good one, and I'll probably watch that one every year. But after that, I just fucking don't really give a shit about Christmas films. And I don't really make it a thing to like, oh, but I better watch a Christmas movie at Christmas time. And so, like, picking a bad one is actually pretty easy to do because they're all shit. And the other thing I can't stand this formula. And I watched a film on Netflix the other day called Christmas Chronicles, and it was this exact formula that I've seen a million times. Worst formula ever. Random kid with a tragic backstory. Usually one of their parents is dead. They get involved with the real Santa because he needs help because like Christmas is in trouble. Oh no, all the Christmas cheer's running out. I've lost my reindeer. Help me, random kid. Fuck off. Like, I can't stand that. But there are so many. It's cliche. It's boring. The jokes are just they're all the same jokes. Like, someone goes up to the real Santa Claus and they obviously think he's an actor, so they go, ho, ho, ho. And he goes, oh, I don't ho, ho, ho anymore, mate. It's like, whoa, Santa's edgy. Yeah, exactly. Shit. So you would think that I would pick one of these types of films, right, as the worst. But there's just so many. There are a million, and they're all the same, and they're all just bad together. So I needed something that just stood alone by itself as the worst Christmas film of all time. And there's only one answer. And this movie is not only the categorically worst Christmas film of all time, it's also probably the worst, or if not one of the worst general films, I've ever seen in my entire life. It's one of the worst films I've ever seen in my life. Easy.
Ooh, spicy.
And I want to shout out to I Hate Everything on YouTube for this, because he posted a review of this film a few years ago in his Search for the Worst series. And I watched that review and was like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck? And it stuck with me this whole time. And when we said worst Christmas, I was like, yep, I know what it is. So go and watch that video after this, because he does a great job of reviewing it, and I'll go over some of the same points that he's done anyway.
He could do with a shout out from us, to be fair.
Yeah.
Give him a little boost.
Probably could.
Small
He doesn't
channel.
post very regularly. Yeah. Hope he's all right. Yeah. But anyway, what is the worst movie of all time?
That's what I
And
asked
worst
you
Christmas film
5
of all
minutes
time.
ago.
Well, brace yourselves, because it is called, I'm not making this up, Gummy Bear, the Yummy Gummy Search for Santa. Yes, that shit Gummy Bear song, I am a gummy bear, yes, I'm a gummy bear.
Yes, I'm a gummy, wummy.
Yeah.
I'm a gummy. That fucking slap.
They made a film about that. And not only did they make a film about that, they made a film about a ringtone, and not only that, for some reason, the Gummy Bears film debut had to be a Christmas film because
sounds
it just
great.
did. But it makes no fucking sense, because what has the Gummy Bear got to do with Christmas?
Well, no,
Nothing.
I mean, we eat gummy bear sweets at Christmas. It makes so much. It makes a lot more sense than a shark at Christmas.
No, it doesn't. The lore of the Gummy Bear song, it's not in what's he got to do with Christmas. But making no sense
The gummy wummy bear
actually is on trend. Seb, don't try to do what we did to you, because trust me, you won't win. Okay? Trust me. You just wait, okay? Just listen, please. Now, the Gummy Bear song, for those who don't know, came out in 2007, and as of writing the script, it has 3.2 billion views on YouTube.
Jesus.
Rightly so, in my opinion.
Well, the next line I've written is, it's horrible and it makes my ears bleed, but it's popular. So in 2012, Lionsgate, yes, I said Lionsgate. Lionsgate, the film studio, thought it would be a great idea to make a Gummy Bear movie. Lionsgate made the Gummy Bear movie.
They also made
Sounds like a
Disaster
very
movie.
rational decision to me.
Yeah. They also made Saw. All the Saw movies.
Made Disaster movie, Fred 3, Camp Fred.
They've got a good track then.
I
didn't know about this dark side of Lionsgate.
I think Lionsgate are just so big that they're gonna have some really shit films in there anyway. They'll have some
True,
great
they've got
ones.
subsidiary companies, yeah.
Yeah, they're just such a they'll put money into anything, and hopefully it'll
Bad
work.
films,
Yeah.
and then really good films like Gummy Wummy Bear.
Yeah.
Whatever it's
Well,
Goats. Yeah.
now, obviously, for me, just to review this movie wouldn't be very good because I'm an adult. So I actually, for this review, I've got some help. And I've got help in the form of my 4-year-old son, who watched this film with me and is going to help me review the Gummy Bear film.
Oh, fuck off.
Because-
You can't get your kid involved. I don't have a kid.
He is this movie's target audience, and that will make it fair for him to review the film so we know whether a 4-year-old thinks that the Gummy Bear movie is good. That is the right way to do scientific research, Seb. So, let's just fucking get into this. Right. So we start watching, and my son's first comment is, why can those reindeer talk? Good question. But a better question I would ask him is, why do they look like alcoholics? And why is Rudolph a moose? Well, we will sort of find that out later.
Can't wait.
Then I asked him if it was funny when Santa went crashing down the chimney, because the movie opens with Santa going down a chimney and gets stuck. He said no.
You know it's bad when you have a 4-year-old, when you can't make a 4-year-old laugh.
Spoiler alert, he didn't smile during this entire film.
Is that just because of
Right, for God's sake, Vinny. So I then asked him if he understood the jokes that the reindeer were saying on top of the roof. He didn't. And that's because they talk about pulling the sled being a day job, and then the joke is the reindeer says, "Oh, pulling the sled's just my day job. I'm saving up for a nose job." Which is shit. And then I just want to address the dialogue here. This is a good time to interject and address the dialogue.
Okay.
Of this film. It's fucking horrendous. It is constant. No one shuts up. I'm not joking. There's not a moment of silence in this film because everybody's always talking all the time and they're just talking like this constantly and you cannot understand a fucking word they're saying because they just do not stop talking. And a line that should be 3 words, like, let's go over here. In any normal movie, they'd just say, let's go over here. In this movie, every line like that takes 30 words because they go, yes, Gummy Bear, that's a very good observation. That's so funny. Yeah, I think you're right. Maybe in this direction is the direction that we should travel in. Let's go over here.
It's like...
I can't understand why they've done that. It must be to extend the runtime, but it's torture hearing conversation like that. It melts your fucking brain. It's like awful.
It's like when the teacher asks you to write like a 5,000 word essay on something you have about 300 words to write about.
Exactly. Yeah. Honestly, it's really hard to explain how awful the dialogue is. Anyway, then the gummy bear comes on to the screen and his first reaction was, why is he so scary? And he wanted me to turn it off. Which is a good point. He is scary. So let's talk about Gummy for a minute. What does he look like? Well, he's fat as fuck. He's got a beard, piece of his ear missing. He's wearing stained yellow Y-fronts, trainers, and his ass cracks hanging out. Are you
joking?
No, the Gummy Bear is the most disgusting protagonist I've ever seen on a film screen in front of me. Google Gummy Bear song now and look him up. He is fucking grim. His eyes are different sizes. Shadow? He looks like he's hungover or he's been on a fucking 3-day coke bender.
Yeah.
Wow.
Does he look like that in the music video?
Yeah, and he looks like that in the movie.
Wait, is that what he looks like in the song?
Yeah, he's disgusting. Doesn't even look like a gummy bear. He is disgusting. And I asked Leo and he agreed. He said he doesn't look nice. Now, his next remark. These are quotes. Why is the spaceship getting Santa? I don't know, but he's right. There are aliens in this film. I fucking don't know why. We then get introduced.
That sounds like it improves the film.
It doesn't. It doesn't. We then get introduced to Gummy's gang, and I think they are actually called the Gummy Gang, which is his mates. Now, the Gummy Gang, you're thinking, a little gang of gummy bears, maybe there's a green one, a yellow one. No, his mates are a chameleon, a fucking annoying bat, and a cat lady. Why? I don't know why. Why are these the characters in the movie? They've not been in any other songs. It's not like... Do you know what? It would have been better if they got Crazy Frog in there. At least that would have been something. Like, oh, that's funny. 2 ringtone characters.
To be fair, when I was at school and I was doing my Duke of Edinburgh, me and some mates had to work down the old people's home, and there was a couple of old ladies that used to take their dentures off and nosh people off, and we called them the Gummy Gang.
Right, you've just stolen a joke from a good TV show and made it terrible to relate to the Gummy Bear movie, Seb. I'm sorry, you've hit a new low.
What's that from?
I hate to chastise you publicly. It's in the in-betweeners they talk about like how they take their dentures out.
Yeah, it did
When
sound
they
like
go
it
and
might
work
be
in the old
from it.
people's home.
But I don't remember them
Yeah.
being called the Gummy Gang.
No, they don't.
No,
he
I
related
just-
it to the gummy
just
bear
made it
thing. That's what
work.
I'm saying.
Okay.
This is comedy, guys. You shouldn't have to explain
Right.
a joke like this. You can't
let's-
say anything anymore.
Let's
I
get
am
into the
being
real comedy
cancelled.
gold.
I'm
Let's
getting
get into real
cancelled.
comedy gold.
I'm getting cancelled
ask-
for the great joke I said earlier.
Let's discuss why my son then asked why the elves are beating up that man. Well,
Which man?
we then cut just this random. There's a news reporter. We cut to a news reporter. The Gummy Gang are watching the TV, and Santa's missing. So the elves just start kicking the shit out of him. I don't know why.
Okay.
Then he asked, "Who's that green thing? Is he a lizard?" Yes, that's the chameleon. Duh. The green thing with glasses and a shirt is supposed to be a chameleon. Can't a 4-year-old work out what a 4-year-old character is supposed to look like? Fucking hell. Then I asked him who his favourite character was, and he said that he likes the bat because he can fly and he's red.
Fair.
Wow.
Very fair.
That's all the thought that needs to go into a 4-year-old's opinion of this movie. Oh, he's red. I like him. Then he said, oh, that's a gummy bear plane. That's right, that is a gummy bear plane, because they then get in a plane and they fly it for 5 on-screen minutes, talking for no reason. He then asked why they're floating around. That's because the plane crashes, and for some reason, Gummy Bear breaks the fourth wall and says, kids, don't fly an aeroplane without your parents' permission. And then just never breaks the fourth wall ever again. He just does it for no reason whatsoever in that one moment.
I will say,
So you could say he's like a precursor to Deadpool or someone like that.
Yeah.
No. I will say, I think fourth wall breaking jokes are most funny when you don't expect them, i.e. they're used extremely sparingly. I'm looking at you, Rick and Morty. You haven't been funny for years. Stop making episodes.
Well,
Anyway.
unfortunately, this is not one of those occasions where they use it sparingly, but they shouldn't have used it at all because it was terrible. But then, now, actually, this is a highlight. We get the Gummy Bear song. You're thinking, fucking hell, finally get the Gummy Bear song. The Gummy Bear song's about 3 minutes long. I timed it. It's on screen for 15 seconds before one of the elves gets pissed off and turns off the jukebox that's playing.
Oh, that's good.
So in an hour long run of the Gummy Bear movie, the Gummy Bear song, the writers of the film thought, oh, we need to put the song in there somehow, but it's fucking annoying, so better turn it off after 15 seconds. It's the Gummy Bear movie, the song plays for 15 seconds. What?
They made a whole film out of a
What?
ringtone and then only play the ringtone for 15 seconds.
And they actively wrote a character to go and turn it off, and he's like, fucking turns it off because it's horrible. Wow. Then he asked, why is that alien looking through the window? I don't know why the aliens are looking through the window. Then, for some reason, they fly to Christmas Island. They go to Christmas Island to find Santa Claus, but it's not Christmassy, it's a tropical island, and the reindeer are there drinking alcohol and actually gambling. Cool. In a U. They've got beer and they're getting pissed and they're playing poker. There's money on the table. There's chips on the table. They're playing poker and getting pissed. It's not like you don't have to make a leap of faith to be like, oh, are they drinking beer? No, they've got fucking tinnies and bottles and they're like, and they're just playing poker. Then
still made for.
The alien then comes in and he's called Alan the Alien. No, not Alan the Alien from Invincible. That would have been fucking cool. Just some random alien called Alan, and I don't know why he's there. Now, at this point, the review's going to get a bit quicker. Because this, unfortunately, was the final straw for my son. He didn't want to watch this film anymore. He hated it. It scared him. It wasn't funny. It was confusing, and it looks fucking disgusting. And the fact that this film can't even hold the attention of a 4-year-old for more than 26 minutes, I timed it, is all the info that you need to prove that this is a bad film. But let's get through the rest of this as quickly as possible because that's what I did. Unfortunately, when he turned it off, I couldn't. I had to finish this. So I did.
How long is it?
Fair play. That's dedication. Because I was about to say,
50
you
minutes.
you didn't even watch it.
Oh no,
I watch it.
And I told him today. I said, I finished watching that movie without you. Do you want to watch it again with me? He said, no. And he just looked sad, and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to talk about it. about this moment in 20 years' time in therapy.
Yeah, you've given him his first moment of depression, actual depression.
Yeah, exactly. But let's get through the rest of the movie quick fire. This is speed round. So, here we go. Alan beats the reindeer in a game of poker using his magic wand to cheat so that he can kidnap Santa. Then they use Rudolph, who doesn't have a red nose and is clearly a moose, to find Santa on another island, who Santa's in his pants and he's just fishing. Then the alien shows up and he has a dance-off with Gummy Bear on a Dance Dance Revolution dance mat that he conjures out of the air. It's horrific. All of the shots are in the wrong order. They shake hands before dancing halfway through, even though the contest has already begun, and it makes no sense. What was the editor doing? The song Gummy Bear dances to is called Nookie Nookie Nookie, which is not about sex. It's about his pink dummy that he sucks. The dance lasts ages. Gummy Bear fucking knocks out Alan the alien, who is choking to death. Then Gummy says breathe and he's fine. They fly around in the spaceship to the North Pole. Then Alan the alien fucks off. Santa then fucks off as well in his sled that is pulled by Moose. Gummy Gang get in the plane and they fuck off. Christmas is then saved. Gummy gets his presents, and finally the movie fucks off as well. And that's the end of the film.
Yay.
Now, I hate everything mentioned this in his review as well, but the final shot of this film is probably the worst final shot in history. It zooms in on a robot moose aboard Alan the Alien's spaceship, and the camera gets stuck in its eye, sort of halfway through the character model, and the camera just stays there and starts shaking for about, I don't know, like 5 to 10 frames, quite a while you hear Gummy Bear saying, Christmas is coming, Christmas is coming, Christmas is coming. Is fucking nightmare fuel. Roll credits. Now, that's the review. I don't think I need to sum up this movie, to be honest. I don't really think that I need to give an explanation as to why that is a terrible movie. I could have done a 1-sentence review of this movie and presented it as the GOAT, and that 1 sentence being Gummy Bear Christmas film. Tells you everything that you need to know, really. And if you really need me to sum up all the points as to why this is the worst Christmas film ever made, then God help us all. Because this is the worst Christmas film ever made. End of story.
Wow.
I think it sounds quite good.
Really?
In like a so bad it's good way.
I'm not gonna lie, that sounds like it's so bad it's bad.
It is. I was like so close to just being like, because I've already seen the review, I was like, I've basically seen the film anyway, should I just keep pressing the skip button just to get through it? And I was like, I can't, what if something funny happens and I have to mention it? Like, I didn't know that Gummy Bear fucking, like, Alan the Alien stood on this really tall stool and Gummy Bear just fucking knocks him out. It actually just sparks him out, and his little visor like cracks and he's choking to death. And then he's like, breathe. And Alan the Alien just is like, ugh. And gets up and he's like, I'm fine. And it's like, right? Okay. What?
Yeah, that's the sort of film they'd probably stick on loop in like prisoner of war camps in like Iran or something.
Oh yeah. God, this would, if you had to watch this on loop for days, you would go mad. And one last point, actually, because I did finish slightly early. Seb, I looked up the reviews of Jaws 4, and lots of them were like, "Oh, it's so bad, it's good." Here's a review on IMDb, 1 out of 10, obviously. 2 words, absolutely horrific. There you go. That's it. I don't need more than that, really. That's it, really.
I think it's that classic thing of like when someone sets out to make like a drama and it's really bad, it can often be really bad in a funny way, because it's like they're trying to be serious and have these emotions and serious characters with serious stories and stuff, but they get it so wrong that it's really funny and it's a really laughable way. But when you set out to make a comedy film, a fun little kid-friendly comedy film, and it's not funny and it's just terrible, it's like the worst thing to watch on earth. Like, a bad comedy is fucking awful to watch. It's not funny in an ironic way. It's just barren,
painful
of I don't know, anything good, anything positive is horrid.
The thing is, even in a bad comedy kids movie, there are jokes I can say, like, oh, that is okay, that is, you know, a joke. He's saying that thing ironically or something. There isn't a joke in that. It's just characters saying stuff. It's just like the chameleon at one point. It's like the plane's going to crash into him, and he's like, "Oh, I should have put the, you know, Bats. You should always put the emergency brake on the airplane." Okay, yeah. Well, yeah.
Is that a joke?
It's that kind of stuff. It's just like, what? But you never even get a break to have that internal dialogue of like, what? Because there's no silence. So as soon as he says that, like, the plane will crash, and then Gummy Bear will be like, oh yeah, and then they'll stop talking, and then the bat will be like, oh, Gummy Bear, that's so fucking funny, and it's just fucking bonkers. I felt strange. It's mad.
The quality of the CGI is particularly terrible for a film that only came out 10 years ago.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's one thing I can't believe I forgot to mention. It's the worst animated film I've ever seen, animation-wise, ever. I hate everything. Actually, you notice that quite often the scene will change. Like Santa will be flying this way across the sky, and then it will change perspective and it'll fly that way, but the background just stays the same.
Oh god, that's terrible.
Yeah, and there's this bit that when I watched it, I saw it, because there's another moment that he points out that's way worse. And when I watched it, I was like, oh my god, seeing it like on TV is horrible. There's a bit where they get the bat to like fly up to the sky to scout out for Santa or something. So he flies up, and then he's supposed to fly back down, but they don't do that. They just make him fly up, and then they reverse the shot so he flies back down. It just goes up and then it goes in reverse, and it's jarring and horrible.
That sounds awful.
It is. There's even one bit where they're like, there's two characters, like the heads are like, you know, center frame, and then it zooms in on them shaking hands. But again, the background stays the same, so the background doesn't even zoom in.
That's weird.
It's horrendous. It is horrendous. It's the worst film I've ever seen in my life. Ever.
Does it have that thing? Wait, what's that effect where it's like called like a dolly zoom, where like you pull out and zoom in at the same time, and it makes all the it looks like the background
in Jaws,
like in the first Jaws.
Yeah.
When you have bad animation where the background isn't moving at the same speed as the animated models, it sort of does that, but deliberately.
Well, the backgrounds don't move; just things just move on the set piece. It's like a fucking cardboard cutout background, and things are just moving around the front, and then the whole scene will change, and the fucking airplane will appear.
Do you know what I always used to hate? Certain animated shows I used to watch as a kid growing up. So this is completely a tangent. Sorry, Ed. But
sorry, Ed.
Sorry,
yeah,
Ed.
Sorry, Ed, mate.
Fuck you, Ed.
Sorry, Ed, mate.
Fuck you, Ed. Anyway, and I remember the animated Mr. Bean show, which is fucking terrible. I had this loads, and it used to piss me off when. Let's see if I can describe it. So it's like when someone has like a blanket or like a duvet over them, like they're in a bed or something.
Yeah.
And they like move the blanket or the duvet, but like you can see like the outline moving, but the like whatever they've used to fill in the duvet or the blanket doesn't change.
Stays the same.
The texture stays the same.
The text just doesn't look like it's moving with it. It stays the same. And I used to really piss me off as a kid.
And it's always in a loop as well. It's like no one would move like left leg, right leg, left leg, right leg, left. It's always the same. It's just they animate two bits of movement and just do that constantly.
Yeah. I think because I really like animation, whenever I see bad animation, it just pisses me off, to be honest.
Right, don't watch the Gummy Bear film.
Yeah.
Don't do it, bro. Don't do it.
I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of an easy choice for me. I feel like everyone.
Sorry, Michael.
Yeah. So I think I have to crown Jaws 4 as the wolf. No. but
hear me out.
Okay.
Is it sort of the worst Christmas film? Because it's not even good at being bad. Like, it's not even the worst. So that kind of makes it worse. Like, it can't even say it's the worst.
I think something that's considered so bad it's good is endlessly better than something that's so bad it's bad. I think endlessly better Like
I think even you, Seb, you would watch Jaws 4 and there would be at least one scene where you would like it when someone gets eaten, or you'd laugh, even ironically laugh.
How shit it is, you would laugh.
Yeah, you'd actually even be able to watch it. I would challenge you to get through this fucking film without looking away. I dare you to watch this film. I dare you. It's that bad.
Here's what I'll say. To be fair, we all know I'm the weed guy. I would probably blaze up a fat one and watch Jaws 4, The Revenge. This time it's personal. I think if I did that and watched the Gummy Bear movie, I might have a breakdown.
I think it would. Yes, it would ruin your high. I think it would completely ruin the buzz.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So I think it's kind of in the fact that I think I'm going to say the Gummy Wummy Bear saves Christmas.
No. Gummy Bear, the yummy gummy search for Santa.
I think Gummy Bear, the yummy gummy search for Santa. It makes me cringe saying out loud.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
It's the worst Christmas film of all time.
Fair play, because that is so much shitter than I thought it could be. Like, I looked for bad, like, I looked for Christmas films that I thought were bad, but I think what's really impressive is, I think the natural human desire, I got excited. The reason it went wrong for me, right, is I got excited by Jaws 4. I read it.
Kind of like,
I was like, this is interesting. I want to write about this. Like, I picked a subject that I wanted to write about. I fell into a trap, whereas I have to congratulate you to sit and watch something that dull and then write notes on it is a kind of willpower that I don't think I have.
Yeah, I even had to rewind it at one bit because I missed a bit and I thought I would note it.
That is horrible.
I mean, that's
I didn't think, you know what, fuck it, I can't even bother to write about that bit. But there was a bit where I can't remember when it was. Oh, it was the gambling. Well, I was like, hang on a sec. How did he win the poker tournament? I had to rewind it to be like, I got to write that. He waved his wand and he beat the reindeer. They're not even reindeer. They're actually moose. Like, the character models is a moose, not a reindeer.
And you traumatized your child for this show.
Yeah, because I suggested we start watching it for a laugh after tea, and he was like, no. No,
Daddy, no.
I was like, all right, fair play, mate.
That's not the Wummy Gummy Bear Saves Christmas.
Oh my God, you're right. They are moose. They are moose. Mooses. That's not.
They are moose.
Those aren't reindeer.
No. And when the gummy bear plane crashes into the island, they're like, beer spills on one of them, and he's like, oh, great, I gotta go get this dry cleaned at the Hilton.
Is that a joke? Is that a joke? What the fuck is that?
Not. But also, it could be a joke if he didn't put the Hilton bit at the end of it. It's like constant. It sounds like constant over explanation to the point of, like, you can tell they were just trying to fill an hour or whatever.
I mean,
no
honestly,
one was
I have no idea what that movie was even about, and it was an hour long.
There is something about.
There is a bit where they go to France. I think they fly over some houses and there's the Eiffel Tower right at the end, but it cuts so quickly. It's like a minute. I don't know what happens.
There is something about watching kids' films that are like, they're just nothing. That is the most painful thing. Like, a good kids' film can be amazing, but you know, have you ever watched Kung Fu Panda? Have you ever all incredible.
Last Airbender.
Have you ever seen those YouTube? This sounds like I dare to say, higher budget of those YouTube channels that loads of creators like covered them and did like video essays on those YouTube channels that are just like, it'll be like Elsa and Spider-Man, and it's just like they're not even saying like full sentences. It's been like made by AI, and it's just to like, it's just for kids to just watch on iPads. Like, it's not, nothing is happening, nothing is doing anything. It's just like pure dross. Like,
this is worse.
Absolutely vapid dross.
No, but this is worse because those things hold the attention of the kid. They're like specifically engineered, so they're like, whoa.
That's true.
Whereas my son was like, this is he was just like, this is horrible. I don't want to watch it anymore. It's terrifying.
That is bad. That's really bad.
Speaking of AI videos, I was watching this video that was talking about something about Man City and football or something like that, and I genuinely thought it was a real person. In fact, I genuinely think it might have been all AI, that even uploaded by some fucking robot. But the bit that got me is when they pronounced Barca, as in Barcelona, as Barca, and then I was like, no fucking human on earth would ever, who has even a vague understanding of football, would call them Barca. Yeah, and it sounded so good. It sounded like a real person. It even had like a little bit of like inflections and a bit of emotion, and then suddenly they said bark, and I was like, oh my god, I've been had. This is a robot. I'm watching something a robot fucking made.
Do you ever have that thing with like monotone Americans when they're doing like voiceovers, and like you'll be watching a video essay and you're like, are you AI or are you just boring? Like, why are you talking like this? And then you'll like have to scroll through, and then you see like a video with their face in it, and you're like,
yeah. It's almost like someone typed into Google Translator, translated from English to English, and just pressed play.
Yeah.
Yes. It's like Jerry. Have you ever watched Jerry Rig Anything?
Jerry Rig Everything. Yeah.
He talks like AI. Like until you see his face, you're like, and who's the other guy? Who's the guy with the white hair and the Tom Scott? He talks like AI.
He does a little bit, yeah. He does a little bit.
Maybe that's just because he's probably a bit autistic, but he's great. I love Tom Scott.
He's got a Vinny robot voice. Vinny, maybe you should, for a Christmas treat, officially crown the gummy bears the worst thing and see us out in your robot voice. It'll make as much sense as a fucking alien being in a gummy bear movie with Santa and moose reindeer.
Well, that was a good episode, I think, boys. Anyway, I think it's time to wrap up the show.
Did you actually used to talk like that?
Well, not like that, obviously.
Well, I did. You didn't say ha ha ha.
You make him laugh. He's just like ha 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 ha.
Quite humorous. I did actually used to talk like that in I don't know, to like strangers, I guess, and like when there was like a lot of people, like it was in a class or something, I used to talk like that. Not to like,
it wasn't that exaggerated. It was just a little bit monotone, but it wasn't like, "Hello, I am Vinny Bot 5000.
It was
pleasure to meet you. Programming."
Well, I do think that it's time to end the show. Just before we go, I'll just say the little bit that I forgot to say at the start. If you like our podcast, would like to support it, why don't you follow us on our Instagram at @the_goats_pod, or even give us a little 5-star review on your podcast listening platform of choice. We also have a Patreon if you're wanting to give us a little Christmas bonus we so desperately want, but probably don't deserve.
Spend your parents' Christmas money that they gave you on us.
Go into your parents, your mum's purse right now.
Yeah.
Get that credit card out and put $100.
Punch them numbers in.
100,000 though.
Yeah.
What you need to do? Get your mum's credit card, buy NFTs, right? Then reinvest. Reinvest. And then put all that money into Patreon.
Always hold, never let go.
Never let go.
Jet Neptune told me that.
I'm still holding on to GameStop shares that I bought high, and I'm holding on to.
Never
hold on.
Bye.
Yeah.
And on that note, love you, bye.
Love you, bye.
Merry Christmas. Love you, bye.